Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Abinyamanga Media for today's stories and detailed analysis from Kenya and all the four corners of the world. Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen. Raila ODINGA, the Kenyan candidate for AUC, is in the south part of Africa to seek support for his AUC bid from the SADC countries, that is the South Africa Development Community countries, which consists of about 16 countries. And Raila has been to Zimbabwe. We saw photos of him meeting the Zimbabwe president, where he declared his candidacy and requested or sought support from the president for his AUC bid. But ladies and gentlemen, in this analysis or in this story, we want to look into the Raila ODINGA visit to South Africa, that is Johannesburg, where he was expected to meet President CYRIL RAMAPHOSA to seek support. And it turned out that Raila ODINGA jetted to South Africa on Monday and stayed there from Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and jetted out of South Africa without successfully meeting the president of South Africa, that's CYRIL RAMAPHOSA. And a lot of Kenyans have been speculating of why did Raila ODINGA fail to secure a meeting with the president of South Africa. And to confirm this issue, I was reading some magazine, some media, and the sleep voice reached to the South Africa presidential spokesperson Vincent Mangwea, who confirmed that Raila ODINGA did not meet with the President Ramaphosa. When asked if a meeting was scheduled for coming days, Mangwea responded no, without providing further details, which means that that meeting indeed did not happen. And it's a thing that is of concern why the meeting failed to happen. Well known that Raila ODINGA and President Ramaphosa are very good close allies. Why did the meeting fail to come to happen, even when these two people, or these two, the president and our former premier Raila ODINGA, are close or good friends of a long time? And ladies and gentlemen, I've always told you that the Raila ODINGA AUC bid is not a thing of just seeking support. It's beyond just campaigning. It extends to divergent foreign policies and international issues. Countries will prefer to support your bid if the policies of Kenya and the policies of their country align. And even not only international issues, even African, internal African issues will make a great deal in ensuring Raila ODINGA either wins the AUC bid or loses, because when you're going to an election, there are two possibilities. You can win or you can lose. And with that failed meeting, probably this matter extends beyond friendship. I was seeing a post by, was it Mwangi Maina, who was stating that, yes, Mwangi, and he posted this story of Raila ODINGA traveling to South Africa and failing to meet President Ramaphosa. And in the discussion, I saw somebody by the name the instructor asking what happened to the romance with Ramaphosa. All the Zulus don't want to associate with Baba's failure. And in the reply, Mwangi did reply that state matters transcend personal friendship. And of course, the response, I think, is a very true response. As much as the relationship can be personal friendship, when it comes to state matters, the Raila ODINGA AUC bid will greatly depend on the issues I have told you. That is the international diplomacy issues and African issues. More like international issues, South Africa in the Ukraine conflict greatly leans towards Russia. And unlike Kenya, which has a moderate stance on the issue, and also in the internal African issues, there is that issue of Morocco and Sahrawi Democratic, where South Africa is a great supporter of Sahrawi Democratic, and reviews the existence of Morocco and Sahrawi democratic as colonial, while the Kenyan position is still moderate. And such issues will greatly determine on how the presidents of Africa are going to vote. As much as these candidates are moving on to seek support, if most of the countries in Africa diplomatic policies will align with Kenya, it's a very great chance that Raila Amolo Odinga will succeed Musa Faki, who is the current AUC chairman from yeah, that's from Chadi, I think it's from Chadi, and it's also an issue that is really being followed up, putting in mind that the election is going to be on the next month, that's February, and remember that to win this election, you need to get 2/3 of the presidents and prime ministers who will be voting in that election. If you fail to get 2/3 in the first round, the election is repeated and lobbying is done from time to time, and that's where issues. If, for example, Raila Amolo Odinga ran and the Djibouti candidate, and Raila Amolo Odinga, for example, wins with maybe 23 votes, and the expected vote to win is, let's say, 33 votes, because you have about 50 something, 53 presidents and the prime minister were expected to vote in that election. If you get 25 votes, then you will go into the second round, and lobbying is done. Lobbying is where people reconsider their options until at the end of the day, one candidate gets an overwhelming 2/3 support over that presidency. Here is now where the lobbying is being done, is where other issues are going to be coming, like the issue of Islamic nations, and the issues of Arabic countries, the issue of English-speaking countries, and a lot of issues now there will play out when lobbying is being done, because there are high chances that this election might not be a one-time win. There's a high possibility that Raila Amolo Odinga and the Djibouti candidate will run and run until one of them is going to be considered president, because as we're speaking now, right now, it seems that the race is between those two candidates, Raila Odinga and the Djibouti candidate, YUSUF Mahmoud. And some time back, there was a rumor that the SADC countries had decided to support YUSUF Mahmoud. Of course, the president of South Africa came out to say that they knew that information was not true. And remember that the SADC, that's the South Africa Development Community, consists of 16 countries. If these countries come and decide to support one candidate, then it will be a done deal, because you will find that you find support from some of the North African countries, that you will only be seeking for 17 other countries to win that post. And but if Raila Amolo Odinga successfully lobbies the SADC countries to come and support his bid, of course, the South Africa is in we are not very sure about South Africa right now. Amidst the failed meeting, we will find out more information when the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga comes back to Kenya, and what happened and what conspired. We'll be finding more of that meeting will be scheduled, as even if the South African spokesman, according to Wesley Voice, denied that meeting being rescheduled for a different time, and without providing more information of why that meeting failed. Ladies and gentlemen, we're praying for the best for Raila Odinga. He's our Kenyan candidate. We hope that Raila Amolo Odinga wins. But if Raila Amolo Odinga doesn't win the AUC position, it changes totally the politics of Kenya that's pertaining to the 2027 election, because Raila Amolo Odinga AUC seat will greatly determine the 2027 outcome of the Kenyan election, because it's perceived that his win will greatly influence the will President William Samoei Ruto's influence in the Raila Amolo Odinga constituents. That's the Raila Amolo Odinga strongholds, that which include Nyanza, Western, and coastal regions, where Raila Amolo Odinga ODM party is widely accepted. But at the end of the day, that's all I have for you for today. You can tell me what you think in the comment section. I'll take best of my time to read and reply to your comment. You can tell me what you think about the failed meeting of Raila ODINGA meeting the CYRIL Ramaphosa, President of South Africa. Was that failed meeting not properly scheduled, or the president was maybe having a very busy schedule to meet Raila Odinga? Thank you and have a nice day.